Very good morning, South Africa. Goeiemôre, South Africa. Molweni Mzansi from a stunning, very good morning in Cape Town this morning. Dit is nou so 2 minute voor 9. Kom ons groet almal as julle op lyn is. Baie goeiemôre. Weer eens, good morning. It's just 1 minute before 9, but I always like to be a little bit earlier just to welcome Javon. Good morning, hope that you are well, and thank you for watching. Marina, goeiemôre. Marina Ontong, good morning. Paulette, very good morning. Nico, is altyd lekker om 'n bietjie vroeër op te kom. Ek wil daarom ook dan net vir almal 'n bietjie goeiemôre sê. Leonor Zeni, good morning. Marinda, baie goeiemôre vir jou, ja, en die hele familie. Rashida, salam alaikum, good morning. Rashida, good to see you. Marit Herbst, good morning. Ali pad uit Bethal. Marit, goeiemôre. Bethal, Marna, goeiemôre. En my dogtertjie, Cherise, goeiemôre. Goed om jou te sien, mis jou. Maar ek hoop ek gaan julle een van die dae sien daar in George. Vivian, good morning. Janola, good morning. And thank you every day, Griekse boertjie, sending me my messages of hope. So thank you, Jean, good morning. Ria, Cheryl, good morning. Helen, very good to see you. Henk Strekker, lovely that you can join us. Annetjie, Mishka, Annemarie Pitzer, baie goeie, ek hoop ek sê dit reg. Annemarie Pitzer, Borowski, ek hoop is reg. Sari, goeiemôre. Pamela, it's now 9 o'clock in the morning. Just want to say a very good morning as always. Our weekly State of the Country address from the UIM and myself, Neil de Beer. It's absolutely great every single time to be privileged for the past 2 years to be able to every single Wednesday, no matter what happens, 9 o'clock South African time, laat ons julle kan sien. Rina, goeiemôre uit die koue Pretoria, ons gaan 'n bietjie sonlig vir julle stuur, maar goed om daar in die Jacaranda stad mense ook te hê. Cyril, good morning. Ronel, baie goeiemôre. Ronel Pike, Denise, ek het vir Joanne Meyer Foster van Boksburg, goeiemôre. Ans, familie is hier so, Johan, baie dankie. Glenda, ek groet maar almal, maar kom ons begin. Ek het gewoonlik, as ons hier so by 200 mense is, dan kan ek my boodskap begin, ons wil daarom net genoeg mense hier so by ons. Hey Hester, Gods rykste seën aan jou, goeiemôre Hester, en Maria, baie goeiemôre. It's time for change, I'm with you, and there's a couple of things we will discuss today, just about our country, just about who we are. Assalamu alaikum, Mohammed, good morning, good to see you. Shafiq, always there, good to see you, and all the other people of the UIM family that's here. Carmel Babir, good morning, Carmel. Trish, it's good to see you guys. Morning from Durban. Trish, good morning, good morning. Hope to see you guys also very soon. We are now 4 people away from 200 that we can start just discussing and talking things that are on my heart today, very important, that are also on your heart, so that we can talk about some guidelines. Peter, goeiemôre. Beth, baie goed om jou te sien. Sanet en Rina. That's it, we are on 203. South Africa, firstly, I wanted to talk about 3 things that are very important to ourselves. I want to start off with one thing that you need to be educated about. Ek wil hê ons moet vandag praat oor 3 goed. En ons het nie baie tyd nie, ek het maar so 'n paar minute, so 15 tot 20 minute op sy gesit vandag, wat ek wil hard praat oor 3 goed. En dan moet ek in 'n council meeting, en dis waar ek wil begin. South Africa, when we went to the elections last year, you couldn't miss an opportunity on television where every 15 minutes, one or other political party came on and spoke about their dream and what they're going to do. And certain political parties came in and said that they are going to, within 2 weeks, eradicate all the foreign-based people here that have no licenses and all that kind of stuff. And they will sort out the streets in this time and that. And now we come to the reality. I'm a councillor. The United Independent Movement, through miracles of God, prayer, and you, yourself, got up and we contested, and we won, not in small municipalities representation, but in actual fact, in 3 of the biggest metros in South Africa, we won a seat. Well, now, let me explain. 300,000 people in this country had enough. And those people got up last year, listened to my voice, listened to what I was saying, but weren't listening to me, they were listening to a message. Hulle het geluister na 'n boodskap. And we tried to, with as little as what we had, but with as much love as what we received. I'm going to say that again. We didn't have a lot of money, we didn't have a lot of time, we didn't have a lot of staff, but what we had was a massive abundance of love from you. Daai liefde het ons gekry, en waar ook al ons daai liefde gekry het, het ons gegaan. Ons het meer as 18,000 kilometer laas jaar gery. I'll say that again. My team last year in the back of a car drove more than 18,000 kilometers 3 times around this country to talk to you. And where we could get to you, we spoke to you about 5 things. One of the most important things were ons is gatvol, ons is keelvol, ons is tot met oogbank op 'n limiet gedruk deur die situasie in hierdie land wat nie verander nie. And the message of the UIM was not the same as all the other political parties, even the new ones, where they spoke about massive change and buildings and repairs and electricity. And it's 100 days, just over 100 days today, where we need to look back and say to each other, what has the UIM done for you, and what has the rest of the parties done for you? Kom ons praat gou, want vandag is ons amper 100 dae in ons sitplek. Nou kom ek verduidelik. Ons het in Kaapstad, ons het in Durban en ons het in Johannesburg elke ene councillor gekry. First election, 3 seats, 3 metros. That's divine. That's divine intervention. What does a councillor need to do? Because I'm a councillor at this moment in the city of Cape Town, and I'll tell you what we are supposed to do. We are supposed to work for you. Now, I don't know if you've noticed in the past 2 weeks, I have accelerated my ward meetings, my community meetings, and my engagement with problems in my city. That's what a councillor must do. A councillor at home, a councillor at office is not doing his job. Charles, welcome from the UK. We miss you here. Hoor jy my? Ek dink jy hoor vir my. As jy 'n raadslid is, kan jy nie op jou gat sit nie. Want jy word betaal, jy word betaal om 'n baie spesifieke diens te lewer aan jou mense. Now, if you're a councillor like me, I'd like to ask you, when, where, what, how have you approached your direct people so that you can go to them and ask them? Gordon, no, not at all. I have moved on with life. But Gordon, I will address that. Denise, good morning. I want to ask you, Trixie, welcome from New Zealand, and ek hoop jy skree nog vir die bokke, né? What are we doing? What have they done for you? So I'll tell you what I do. I wake up in the morning, I do my prayer, I do my breakfast, I go through all my 176 WhatsApp messages I got through the night, I answer where I can, I attend community meetings, I ask communities to invite me, I go sit in halls, I listen to where the problem is, but more than that, as a councillor, I give solutions. Solutions. Now, where government and people are removed in this country is because the people that are leading us have stopped listening to us. They've stopped listening They've run out of solutions. They have no option but to continually run away, steal money, not be accountable, and not fix the problems, fixing it correctly. Hulle donder liewerste om en praat groot tale, mooi klere, nice watches, and service, zero. Now, South Africa, all I can tell you, if you do not know who your councillor is, if your councillor hasn't called you to a ward meeting, if he hasn't addressed your problems, if she hasn't addressed your problems, then you have made the wrong choice. Wragtig. Dan moet ons nou erken that it doesn't matter how the UIM marketed and said that we will be at the forefront. Now, our councillors are at the forefront. Ons is miskien net 3, maar ons werk laat dit bars. Why? Because we need to earn your trust. Ons moet julle absolute verhoudings gewys en u vertroue moet ons wen. En die enigste manier hoe jy mense kan vertrou is as hulle dit verdien. Now, I'm working for it. Our councillors are working. What are the others doing? So, no matter the political party where you are, hulle moet hulle gatte roer, mense. Now, let me go back. Your councillor must represent you for service delivery. If they are not doing service delivery, they must be fired. Because if you voted for a party and a specific councillor, you must keep that councillor to task. Now, South Africa, that's our problem. We do not take our councillor and make him understand you're a servant. You are not an official that officiates over us. Okay. A councillor must serve. Now, if you wanted to become a councillor because you wanted the money, you wanted the status, and you wanted to be the main man, you must resign this morning. Jy moet vanoggend bedank. Because a councillor is a servant. Jy moet dit, James, Dievenage, nou wat die hel doen jy hier? As jy my nie vertrou nie, James, na 2 jaar se harde werk, na alles wat ek al gedoen het, dan moet jy maar iemand anders te gaan vertrou soos Julius, né? Sorry, ek wil net gestop. James, ek weet nie wat jy hier maak nie. As jy my nie vertrou nie, dan moet jy bietjie na al die ander 330,000 mense wat vir ons gestem het, moet jy maar praat en die feit dat ons in council is en dat ons die hardwerkendste mense is, omdat ons probeer jou lewe verdedig, James. Nou, ek weet nie wat die hel jy doen nie. James, jy het ons nou hier opgedulk. What are you doing on this side, James? If you are actually in the wrong spot at the moment. Jy is nou soos 'n vlakvarkie, jy het nou binne in leeu's ingehardloop. So doen my nou 'n guns, natuurlik staan jy nou hier met sulke oop oë en jy wonder nou wie die hel is die UIM en wie is hierdie mal mens wat met jou praat. Hierdie ou wat met jou praat, dis my plek hierdie. So ek dink jy moet 'n bietjie jy het keuses, James. Julius Malema as jou president vir EFF, Didi Mabuza as jou toekomstige president, want as jy teen die UIM beklei, dan beklei jy vir daai kommuniste. Okay, James, ek is klaar met jou. For the rest of the people, kom ons praat 'n bietjie positief. James is 'n bietjie verlore, né? James is nou daai ou wat in die garage sit en hy maak karretjies met hierdie klein wasgoedpennetjies wat gebreek is en verkoop dit by die mark. Baie goeie ding, James, hoor. Maar ek dink James, jy het nou in die verkeerde plek ingeloop. Ons is besig met ernstige sake. So kom ons gaan 'n bietjie terug, kom ons beweeg aan. South Africa, we must go back to service. If you don't go back to service, we've got a problem. Now, 2 days ago, I was in Cape Town at the town hall meeting. Yesterday, town hall meeting. This morning, town hall meeting. Why are we going out there? I'll tell you why we're going out there. We are giving our time not because we give time. You deserve that time. You got it? You deserve our time because we are being paid by you. So ek wil net gou klaar maak. Councillors must serve. If they don't serve, they cannot be your councillor. Ek sê dit direk. So please, South Africa, if you've got a councillor and you've got problems with your service delivery, I'm now new at it, but I love it because I can interact with the people. Hoor my, you've got to get out there and you've got to go fight. Jy moet in jou kar klim, jy moet in jou voete staan, jy moet stap en jy moet gaan klop en vir die mense sê, "Good day, my name is Neil de Beer, I am your councillor. What can I do for you?" Now, if you look at where we are, we've done well. We've done well. And the reason we've done well is because the UIM didn't get up and talk nonsense. We said to you, we are going to go into government. We did. We told you we are going to continually keep people absolutely 100% accountable. We are doing that. Trust me, every single person in the UIM wards, councillor or no councillor. Look at Gino. Gino, good morning, my main man. Eugene is here. Melissa is here. Shafiq is here. Stephen is here. When you look at these people, they're not in government, but they work for their people. And the reason we work for our people, die rede, hoekom ons vir ons mense werk, James, is because we actually bloody care. Now, let's move away from keeping your councillor accountable, which you must, to the next very important subject. We don't have to take lies anymore. South Africa, we do not need to listen to lies. I gave you a State of the Nation true reflection. More than 80,000 people recognized my and the UIM State of the Nation. Why? Waarheid. Jamesie, waarheid, ne? Number 2, what did we say? We told you, at the end of the day, we are going to give you the real financial output of the state of this country's finances. We did so. More than 178,000 people watched that reflection of the truth of the finances of this country. We have never stopped ensuring that where we have people, even in my main man, Gideon, welcome. Look at the people that currently stand and are talking on this side, more than 400 people. Can I tell you what's it? We are tired of lies. Soos moeg. So keep your councillor accountable, and if your councillor can't work for you, call the UIM. Like everybody else is doing at this moment. Funny, eh? Bredasdorp, Worcester, Uppington, Vanderbijl Park, they don't want to speak to the other people anymore. They want to talk to us. Why? Waarheid. Onthou die UIM moet werk vir wat ons het, né? And we are going to fight. 2024, I don't care what we do if we've got 8 or 20 or 40 people in that parliament. Maar gatskop, gaan ons gatskop, I'm telling you. Like we are doing in councils at the moment, we might have 1 seat, but we're on every committee. That's what we need. Dit is wat ons nodig het. En dan die laaste ding wat ek gou met julle wil oor praat, is hierdie woord Suid-Afrika. Patriotism. Patriotism. That's what I want to talk to you about. Our youth leader Kurt is here. Hello Kurt. Cherise is hier. Ek wil gou vir julle sê, I want to tell you something about patriotism. You don't have to love the people that govern this country, but you must love your country. I want to quickly spend 2 minutes. South Africa, I am as gatvol. I am as absolutely to my head. Ja, ek is totaal vernietig deur die leuns van hierdie staat. Die dreigemente van hierdie staat wat mense probeer manipuleer en stilmaak. Hulle gaan dit nie reg kry nie. 2024 gaan die klokke lui in hierdie land en daai klokke gaan hardklei want dit gaan soos 'n begrafnis wees vir die ANC. Hoor my baie mooi. Die klokke lui. Die klokke gaan vibreer oor hierdie land vir 'n nuwe begin. Maar julle moet nou begin opstaan en vir mekaar sê, die droom van die verlede is verby. Ons kan net hierdie land regmaak as ek en jy besluit dat ons is nog steeds trots op ons land. Suid-Afrika, jy is 'n Suid-Afrikaner. Jy is 'n man gebore, getoe, geskool in hierdie land. En is tyd dat ons vir mekaar sê, ons hou nie van die leierskap nie, maar ons is lief vir ons land. Ons kan nie laat Gods water oor Gods akker loop nie. Ons moet begin opstaan as een. Nou daar's baie mense in hierdie week wat ek nou sien wat daaroor praat. jou mense soos Jared Petzer, jou mense soos Ramka, Steve, Devin, die mense staan op en hulle sê, maar luister gou, kry julle dit nie op hierdie oomblik in ons kop, dat ons is so uitmekaar uit, dat ons nie verenig nie. En ek praat nou oor ons as Afrikaners. Nico Olivier, plaffies in the house. South Africa, when we talk about South Africa, we are talking about a country. We are not talking about an individual. Cyril Ramaphosa doesn't talk for me. Hoor julle my? Hy praat nie vir my nie. I'm talking about my country. Let the lesson of Russia and Ukraine at this current moment stand right in front of us, where we look at two nations that are at war, and everybody is asking me, where does the UIM stand in the battle between Russia and Ukraine? And I will tell them where I stand is the current poverty and the people dying on the farms in my country. Suid-Afrika, ons is so vinnig. En ek verstaan dit. Ek gaan nou weer gekruisig word. Ek voel niks om gekruisig te word nie, want ek praat die waarheid. Kom kruisig maar die waarheid maak seer. This country is so quick to try and get involved in other people's rubbish that we forget that we've got our own heaps of rubbish. Okay, so Cyril, hoor my nou baie mooi, en hierdie is nou die geluid van die kleinste viooltjie in die wêreld wat my hart pomp vir jou. Jy moet ophou kaksoek daar buite. Kom maak jou gemors in hierdie land reg. So I'm very empathetic. My hart is seer oor die mense wat in Oekraïne op hierdie oomblik onder oorlog is. Ek is jammer, maar ek is meer jammer oor die plaasmoorde in hierdie republiek. Hoor julle my? Ek is meer geworried oor die mense wat nie werk het in my land nie. Ek is geworried dat die mense deur drempel en deur donder, deur ons landsgrense, dat hulle in hierdie land inkom en dat daar 'n minority van hulle is wat op hierdie oomblik ons mense doodmaak. Waar hulle cash in transits, plain en simpel drugs, en op hierdie oomblik mense roofpleeg. En nou wil jy vir my sê, sal ek gaan beklei in Oekraïne? Daar's hy. So nou kry vir jou die nasionale weeklikse yskriem, Cyril. Why don't you shut up? Don't get involved in other people's problems and fix your own country. Maar nee, ons wil nou 'n nasionale, internasionale posisie hê. Ons het niks daar uit te waai nie. Ons het mense in hierdie land wat jou nodig het. Ons het mense in hierdie land wat besig is om dood te gaan. Hulle het nie werk nie, hulle het nie hoop nie, hulle het nie 'n toekoms nie, en hulle soek leierskap met 'n ruggraat, en jy, die enigste graad wat jy het, is die een wat gestak het in jou laaste lovely salmon that you ate because you taking our money. Nou hoor my mooi, patriotisme in hierdie land is lewendig. Patriotisme in hierdie land lê in ons hart. Dit lê nie in jou geldsak nie. Nou hoor my mooi, Ria. Hoor my. Wanneer gaan ons sê genoeg is genoeg? En die enigste manier is om hulle te vat en in die volgende nasionale verkiesing dat hierdie volk, dat hierdie eenheid, dat hierdie land opstaan en hulle goed en vir altyd donder. Donder. Dan moet donder weer garm in die bokse, want toe ons laas jaar sê, jy gaan dieselfde mens instem, jy gaan dieselfde kry, jy gaan dieselfde outcome, toe sê almal, miskien nog net een keer. Nee, ons is patriotte. I might not like my leadership, but I love my country. So let's do it for the country. Kom ons staan op en ons maak seker ons land verenig. Ek stem saam met hierdie mense, wat almal opstaan en sê, we are the minorities now. Ons is nou die minderheid. Nou daar's praat van mense wat wil praat oor verset, hulle wil praat oor oorlog, hulle wil praat oor weerstand. Suid-Afrika, there is no winner in war. No one wins in war. Because at the end of the day, the people that claim to be victorious, they forget about the mothers that lost their sons. Niemand wen in 'n oorlog nie. Hierdie land het nie 'n oorlog nodig nie, hierdie land het 'n revolusie nodig in sy hart, waar hy opstaan en hy sê, genoeg is genoeg. We are not going to get boiled like frogs. Ons is nie paddas met ons koppe nie. I want you to think today about your country. I want you to think in your heart, not about the country's leadership. We have none. I want you to think about our nation as a South African. Daai braai man, Mrs. Bulls, snoek, skulpytjie, koeksuster melktert, cheese en jamma. Dink 'n bietjie oor jou land. Kyk waar sit jy reg nou. Kyk nou. Look where you are sitting, die 500 van ons hierso. Kyk waar sit jy, kyk om jou, ons het 'n mooi land man. Got a beautiful country. We've got to take back the country's pride, not the country. So go with me today. Be a South African. Don't believe that the leadership that currently leads us is the right leadership. We will get them out. We will get them out, want meer en meer mense kom UIM toe. Send me an email, Neil, Neil@uimsa.org. Send it to me. Tell me you're a patriot. Tell me you're a South African. Ja, ons kan kla. Ons kan altyd met mekaar probeer op mekaar se skouer lê. Wat ek vra vir julle vandag, kom ons dink 'n bietjie aan patriotisme van ons land. Hierdie land is deur baie. This country has gone through a lot, maar een ding weet ek, dat swart, kleurling, wit, Indiër, maak nie saak watter ras ons in hierdie land is nie. Ons is Suid-Afrikaners. And we are still in our heart, daai binne. Ons is nog steeds lief vir hierdie republiek. So let's today spend just 1 minute in unity. Ek weet nie ons dit gaan by mekaar kry nie. Ek het gesê eendag, dit lyk my net op World Cups. Ek staan ons saam. Toe wens ek, I wished that South Africa could have a World Cup a day. We can have a World Cup today. A small mini World Cup, because someone today graduated. Someone today got a promotion. Someone today became a dad. Someone today became a mom. Someone today became a grandmother and a granddad. Someone today got a job. Someone today got an extra bit of cash. Someone today got good news that they passed a test. Someone today got the news that their son or their daughter got good news today. Someone today got his driver's license. Miracle. Someone today eventually got their first car. Someone today got their recipe for Councillors right. Someone today gave his life to God. Someone today. So I want you to ask a question today to someone, and ask that someone, what happened in your life that's good today? Something happened. Iemand het 'n grappie vertel. Iemand het gelag. Let's think about today, just today. What makes you happy to be a South African? There's a million reasons not, okay? But there's a million reasons why you love this country. Ons weet wat daai stukke is. Let's find that in us today. Keep your councillor up on his toes. As jou councillor nie op sy tone is, bel die UIM. Ons is hier. Ons gaan 'n bietjie vuur maak. So be a patriot today. Be a South African. Look at the women of our country, the colors they wear, the way they are. We have the most beautiful, stylish, maak nie saak watter kant van die vuur jy sit nie. We have the most stunning ladies in this country, and we need to treat our ladies with respect. Hoor my gou-gou? Part of being a patriot is respecting our women and our children. So a message to all our women today. elke dame, elke vrou, elke ma, elke suster, elke dogter, elke ouma vandag. Ons is lief vir julle. We don't need a Women's Day to love you. We love you in any case. Because a country that respects his women and his children, and by the way, I don't know if you know it, but a country that respects their animals, the way that you treat your animals is the way that you find dignity in life. Because if an animal is treated by you as an unbelievable being, then you've got the grace of God. So look at your animals. Look at the way that we treat the species. Love your women, love your children, and to the men out there, die manne. Thank you for standing up. Thank you for being the men. Thank you for leading. But to the ultimate president of this country, our God. Our God is a president that never ever asks to be elected. Our God never appears on a poster. Our God never appears in a political campaign. Our God does not stand and speak in parliament. Our God does not go out there and canvass. Our God does not go out there and seek your vote. Our God is God. Hoor my? Ons God hardloop nie en vra toestemming vir verkiesings nie. Ons God in die hemel, hy kom nie hiernatoe en staan op 'n poster en vertel ons wat hy vir ons gaan doen nie. Ons God is lewendig en hy word verkies elke minuut in hierdie wêreld tot ons leier. Until this country does not bend your knee, until this country does not understand that without God, without your leadership within religion, we are not going to survive. God says, where there is unity, I will give prosperity. Die Here sê, waar daar eenheid is, sal ek net goeie goed doen. Kom ons staan saam, Suid-Afrika. 18 maande, dis nou tussen die vakansies, 18 maande oor, voordat ons land terugvat. Ons kan dit terugvat, as ons saam staan, saamstem, en hierdie drakoniese staat, met sy kabaalpartners, as ons hulle kan uitskop. Ek hoop hierdie dag vir julle is Gods rykste seën. Ek hoop vandag net vir 'n moment, just for a moment, I hope that you could receive patriotism in your heart. Just stand, look around, be thankful for what we've got. And then we march to 2024. If we can do what the UIM is currently doing in council, in our communities, imagine what we do in parliament. Gods rykste seën op julle, kyk na jouself, daai koppie tee, al die mense, baie dankie, thank you very much. Thank you for listening to me. I really appreciate it. Remember, South Africa first, but God number one. Shukran, thank you. Salam alaikum, baie dankie, mag die Here julle seën. Thank you for everything. Have a blessed weekend. Please, tomorrow, support our Vice President, Fatima. She'll be taking the message forward of patriotism. And then on Friday, our youth leader, Kurt, will just talk about the youth, how they need to be taught to look at their flag, look at their God, look at their country. So the youth can understand they need to take it forward. Look after yourself. Always, always remember we love you and we stand with you for this united South Africa. Bye-bye.